You know, it's funny how sometimes the simplest stories hold the biggest lessons, right? Today, we're going to dive into this really heartwarming children's tale from India. It's all about friendship and the absolute magic of sharing an adventure with others. So, let's set the scene. We're in a jungle, and we meet our main character, who the story just calls a fat elephant, but he's so much more than that. He's this really lovely guy, always has a smile on his face. He's going to be our hero for this little adventure. Okay, so every great adventure needs something to kick it off, right? A catalyst. But for our elephant, it wasn't some big dramatic call to action. Nope. It was just, well, it was just how beautiful the day was. He just looks around, takes it all in, and thinks to himself, wow, the weather is amazing today. I'm going to go for a walk. And that's it. That one simple thought is all it takes. Off he goes, into the jungle, and his journey has officially begun. Now, a walk by yourself is great, don't get me wrong. But a walk with friends? That's a whole other level. That's an adventure. So let's see how our happy elephant starts to gather his crew. Okay, so he's strolling along, and who does he meet first? A monkey. And of course, the monkey sees this big, happy elephant walking by, and he's just got to know what's up. So the monkey calls out, and I love the tone here. It's so warm and friendly. Hey, brother elephant, where are you going? It's just a simple question, right? But it's that little thing that really opens the door for a new friendship. And this is where we really see what our elephant is all about. He doesn't just say, oh, I'm going for a walk. No way. He immediately extends this invitation. He says, I'm going for a walk. Want to come with me? It's just so simple and so telling of his big, welcoming heart. And the monkey is totally thrilled. He's like, yes, yes, this is going to be so much fun. And just like that, they're off, a team of two laughing and playing as they go. But wait, the party's not over yet. A little further down the path, their happy little parade catches someone else's eye. This time, it's a rabbit. So the rabbit sees these two having an absolute blast, and he just can't help himself. He exclaims, oh wow, you guys are out for a walk. You can just feel it, can't you? He's looking at them thinking, man, I want to be part of that. And here we go again with our elephant's amazing personality. He doesn't even hesitate. He's just like, yeah, friend, come on, join us. His invitation is just so immediate and open to literally everyone he meets. It's fantastic. And just like that, the crew gets bigger. So you see how it happened, right? First, it was just our happy elephant, all by himself. Then, boom, the monkey joins in. And then, the rabbit. What started as a simple solo walk has now turned into this amazing, joyful adventure for three best friends. All right, so our trio is on their way, having a great time, and their walk is about to lead them to the absolute best part of their day, the climax of the whole story, really. And where do they end up? At this beautiful pond. And of course, the elephant immediately gets this brilliant idea. He's like, hey guys, let's go for a swim. I love how the story describes this moment. It doesn't use a lot of words, just these perfect sounds. Chapak and chop chop. That's it. It's the sound of pure, unfiltered fun. You can just picture the monkey and the rabbit jumping right into the water. So this is really the key moment, right? It's all about this shared experience. The elephant has the idea, his friends just dive right in, no hesitation, and then the elephant playfully sprays them with his trunk and everyone just loses it. They're all laughing. It's a perfect example of how it's not about getting somewhere, it's about having fun together, right here, right now. Well, all good things have to come to an end, don't they? So as the sun starts to go down, the day's adventure winds down too, and our friends are left with this really warm, happy feeling and a pretty big realization about what made the days so great. So, evening is setting in, and it's this quiet moment for them to just think back on the incredible day they just had together. And what's the verdict? It's unanimous. All of them agree. Today was so much fun. It's such a simple thing to say, but man, it says everything about what they just experienced together. And this is the heart of the whole story. The elephant, remember, he started this whole thing by himself. And he comes to this amazing conclusion. Walking with friends is the best thing. That's the real treasure of his journey, right? It wasn't some grand discovery or a prize. It was just the simple, powerful joy of being with friends. The story actually gives us a very clear moral at the end, what's called a Sikh in Hindi. And it's this: the greatest happiness you can find isn't something you discover alone. It's in the joy of playing and exploring with the people you care about. It's all about making the journey itself the reward, not just the final destination. So, This whole simple story leaves us with something to think about, doesn't it? An adventure doesn't have to be some epic trip through a jungle. It can be as simple as a walk, grabbing a coffee, or just working on a small project together. So the real question it leaves us with is, what's a small journey you could start with a friend, maybe even today?